Hello students, welcome to Affairscloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students.
Hello everyone. So in this video, we will be discussing important current affairs for 1st of December. The session will be quite interesting, so do pay attention till the end. So let's start. First, we are talking about some cabinet approvals on 29th of November, right? We know our union cabinet is chaired by Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, and he has approved some of the approvals here. Say for example, first is the Union Cabinet has approved the term of reference for the 16th Finance Commission, whose recommendation spanning a 5-year period from 1st of April 2026 to 31st of March 2031 will be submitted by 31st of October 2025. Next is Union Cabinet has also extended Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana for 5 years till December 2028. In this regard, the central government will spend approximately 11.8 lakh crore rupees on food subsidies to provide free food grains, that is your rice, wheat, coarse grains, millets, to about 81.35 lakh or 81.35 crore people. That is a huge amount. Then Union Cabinet has also approved Pradhan Mantri Janjati Adivasi Nyay Maha Abhiyan with a budget of 24,104 crore rupees. This is a central share here will be of 15,000 crore and the state share will be of 8,000 crore rupees here. And this particular scheme, that is Pradhan Mantri Janjati Adivasi Nyay Maha Abhiyan, will be focusing on 11 import areas and across 9 ministries. Next is Union Cabinet has also approved the central sector scheme for providing drones to 15,000 selected women self-help groups from 2024-25 to 25-26 for providing rental services to farmers for agriculture purposes. And the outlay of this scheme will be of around 1261 crore rupees. Right, these are some of the approvals provided by Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi, or we can say by Union Cabinet. Right, then apart from this friends, if we discuss some other current affairs, say for example, first of all, tell me, when do we observe your National Press Day? National Press Day, it is observed on 16th of November. Then when do we observe International Students Day? International Students Day on 17th of November. Right, then International Men's Day, when do we observe this? 19th of November. World Children's Day observed on 20th of November. Then Africa Industrialization Day on 20th of November. Women's Entrepreneurship Day observed on 19th of November. And on 21st of November, we observe World Television Day. Next is employment rate. What is the employment rate in urban areas decreased to how much percent according to 12th Quarterly Periodic Labor Force Survey? And this Quarterly Periodic Labor Force Survey is released by whom? It is released by NSSO. right? This is important. What is NSSO? That is National Sample Service Office, Survey Office, right? National Sample Survey Office releases the periodic labor force survey, and this was the 20th quarterly periodic labor force survey that was released by NSSO. Correct? According to them, what is the unemployment rate in urban area? It is 6.6%. This is the unemployment rate where in urban area, right? Specific is urban area. Then for males, the urban unemployment rate in urban areas decreased to 6%, whereas from 6.6% in the same period last year. And for females, the unemployment rate is 8.6% from July to September month. That was earlier 9.4%. Correct? So we can see that in men's also and in women's too, in urban areas, the unemployment rate has decreased. Right? Next thing, friends, if I ask you, tell me, which is that bank that recently launched UPI Lite feature? It is Federal Bank. UPI Lite feature was launched by Federal Bank recently. Then apart from this, tell me, which became the first state to achieve, not first state, recently which state has achieved 100% ODF free status, right? ODF plus free status, right? Open defecation free plus status. So it was achieved by Uttar Pradesh. In Uttar Pradesh only, remember, Ayush board will be formed. Ayush board will be formed in Uttar Pradesh. Then Bihar, they will be getting their second tiger reserve. What is the name of that second tiger reserve? And in which district it will be? So remember, the name of the tiger reserve is Kaimur Tiger Reserve, and this will be in the Kaimur district of Bihar. Next, government has recently launched the auction for how many critical minerals? So recently, government has recently announced the launch of auction of 20 critical minerals, and they will be worth around 45,000 crore rupees. Right? These 12 blocks are on sale across various states that include your Chhattisgarh, UP, Tamil Nadu, Odisha, Jharkhand, Bihar, etc. And this also includes lithium that was recently found in Jammu and Kashmir. One interesting thing you need to know about lithium is that although we have reserve for lithium, right, and we know that lithium ion batteries are formed, and this is one of the most important component that will be used in batteries, but India do not have the processing capacity of lithium, right? In order to get it processed, we need to send it to China, because China has monopoly in this particular market. So being a place where we found the reserve, but still we need to get it processed to China, and then China will be selling their lithium reserve further. Correct? And this is also important, so take a note that you should know about this, right? Then apart from this, remember, we are talking about this auction here, right? So these minerals will be auctioned, and the person who will ask bid for the maximum amount for these minerals will be getting those license for the same, right? Then there is MMDR Act. What is this MMDR? This is Mines and Minerals Act of 1957, right? And this basically was introduced where under this act, basically government of India will be providing the leasing rights of these mines to these builders or these businessmen, where they will be extracting those mines. Next is Government of India has launched auction of 20 minerals worth 45,000 crore rupees, right? So you can confirm it. Then next is, according to UNAIDS, end to AIDS is possible by which year? First of all, remember, recently World AIDS Day was observed. World AIDS Day. This day was observed on 1st of December, right? And what is AIDS? AIDS stands for Acquired Immunodeficiency Syndrome, right? It is spread by HIV virus. HIV stands for Human Immunodeficiency Virus, correct? So AIDS can be eliminated from the earth by which year according to UNAIDS. So according to them, we can eliminate AIDS by 2030, and this data was released in a report, and the report is let's communities lead, right? Let communities lead. This is the name of the report that was released by UNAIDS. It was released on the World AIDS Day on 1st of December, correct? And let's communities lead, this is the report in which it stated that we can eliminate AIDS by 2030, right? Then there is a theme for this day that you need to remember, that is, see, this is the name of the report, right? But also remember, this is also the theme for this particular day, World AIDS Day, right? So theme is also let's communities lead, right? Let communities lead. If we talk about UNAIDS, where is the headquarter of this? It is in Geneva, Switzerland, and it was set up in 1996. Right, here you can see the report states that AIDS can be ended as a public health threat by 2030 if only frontline communities get the full support from the government and donors. The report was launched in London, UK at World AIDS Day event hosted by Stop AIDS, a civil society organization, and the theme for 2023 of World AIDS Day is Let's Communities Lead. Next is banking and finance. LIC Jeevan Utsav, a new life insurance plan launched with lifetime guarantee returns. I repeat, LIC. That LIC has launched Jeevan Utsav, right? Jeevan Utsav plan. This is a non-linked, non-participating individual savings plan. This will provide insurance cover for the entire lifetime of the insured individuals, right? Jeevan Utsav. Then here you can see this Jeevan Utsav launched by LIC. They have some eligibility criteria, right? Age limit to join the policy is from 90 days to 65 years. Premium paying term is from 5 to 16 years. Minimum sum assured here will be of 5 lakh rupees. Maximum premium ceasing age will be of 75 years, and mode of installment payment can be your monthly payment for premium, quarterly payment, or half yearly and yearly premium, right? Then this plan is available in two payout options. One is your regular income benefit, that is 10% of the basic sum assured chosen by the policyholder will be paid at the end of each policy year starting after 3rd to 6 years. Then flexi income benefits, that is the 10% of the basic sum assured payable can be accumulated and withdrawn later when the policy ends, right? So this is your Jeevan Utsav plan with lifetime guarantee returns launched by LIC. If we talk about LIC, Siddharth Mohati is the chairman or chairperson here. Mumbai, Maharashtra is the headquarter, and in 1956 this was established. Then apart from this, friends, if I ask you, tell me recently India along with which country they signed a social security agreement? So it is with Argentina that India signed a social security agreement. India and Italy, they signed an agreement where they will be exchanging students, or there will be various student exchange programs between these two countries, and also culture will be exchanged between them. As students will be going from one country to another, they will also be exchanging their culture here, right? Then apart from this, Pata Travel Mart, where this will be hosted? This will be hosted in the location will be New Delhi, and the country that is hosting this Pata Travel Mart is India. Next is OECD projected India's GDP to grow by how much percent in fiscal year 24? So remember, OECD projected that India will be growing by 6.3% in fiscal year 24. Right, the report also pointed out that the economy will slow down to 6.1% in the next fiscal year 25. Right, this is due to weather related events and weakening of the international markets, because there is a high chance that we will be seeing recession in the upcoming year. Right, Then with this increase in the purchasing power, the inflation is expected to decrease gradually, and the target of the government of India or RBI is to maintain 4% inflation in India. Then apart from this, you will be seeing that we just saw that in the upcoming year, because of the weather related event, the our growth can be impacted, right? This is also coupled with El Nino. What is El Nino? El Nino is a weather pattern where we will be seeing high chance in the global conditioning climate change, and it will be affecting our output. Here you can see with the increased purchasing power, the inflation that is currently 4.9% is expected to decrease gradually. However, the food and energy prices depend on the weather conditions and geopolitical tensions. So the Indian economy will be predicted to grow at 6.5% in fiscal year 26, by 6.1% in fiscal year 25, and 6.3% in fiscal year 24 according to OECD. Right? Next is name the ISRO scientist who was honored with France's Chevalier Award. France's Chevalier Award, this is the highest order of our highest award by France. Correct? That is also known as the Knight of the Order of Arts and Letter. Correct? Here remember, ISRO scientist Dr. V.R. Lalitambika. Lalitambika, Dr. V.R. Lalitambika, she was honored with this Chevalier Award, that is the highest civilian award of France. This is also the highest civilian award of France, and she was honored with this award. Here you can see ISRO scientist VR Lalitambika honored with the France's Chevalier Award, that is the highest civilian award of France, and this was for her contributions in promoting space cooperation between India and France. Then she became the second ISRO scientist to receive the award. Previously, A.S. Kiran Kumar, the former chairman of ISRO, received this award in 2019. Then apart from this, remember Indian author Dr. Aricia Satar also honored with the Francis Chevalier Award. Correct? That is the Knight of the Order of Arts and Letters. Correct? This is a prestigious honor from French government for her commitment to culture relationship and cooperation between the diverse literary world. See friends, don't get confused. I mistakenly said that Dr. V.R. Lalitambika recently was honored with the Knight of the Order of Arts. But no, she was honored with the highest civilian award of France, that is the France Chevalier Award. And Dr. Aricia Satar, she was honored with this award, that is Knight of the Order of Arts and Letters. Right? She was honored with this, and Chevalier Award, that is the highest civilian award of France, was honored by, or this was honored to Dr. V.R. Lalitambika. So both are different awards to honored to different individuals. Mark this. Moving on. Next is acquisition and mergers. Recently, CCI has approved Atlas 2022 holding stake increase in Vodafone Group PLC. Right? I repeat, CCI approves the proposed acquisition by Atlas 2022 Holdings Limited to increase their voting rights in the Vodafone Group from 14.6% to less than 25% through a series of market and or off-market transactions. Right? Mark this. Then apart from this, remember CCI has also approved the acquisition of Delanord Investments by Abu Dhabi Ports. Right? Mark this also. Then apart from this, remember friends, SBI Mutual Fund has got the RBI approval to buy 9.99% stake in Karur Vysya Bank. Here you can see SBI Mutual Fund, they have received the approval from RBI for acquiring aggregate holding of up to 9.99% of the paid up share capital or voting rights of Karur Vysya Bank. Here SBI Mutual Fund has received the regulatory approval pursuant to Regulations 30 of the SEBI Regulation Act of 2015, and this approval has been granted in accordance with the applications submitted by SBI Mutual Fund to RBI. Right? As per the approval, SBI Mutual Fund must acquire major shareholding within 1 year from the RBI's letter, and failure to do so will result in the automatic cancellation of this approval. Here you can see SBI must ensure that its aggregate holding in the bank remains below 9.99% of the paid up share capital or voting rights, and if the aggregate holding falls below 5% prior approval from RBI, is mandatory to increase it to 5% or more of the paid up share capital or voting rights of the bank. Then if we talk about Karur Vasai Bank, who is the managing director and chief executive officer here? B. Ramesh Babu. Then headquarters is in Karur, Tamil Nadu. And when was it started? In 1960. Right? Next. Next is science and technology. Garuda Aerospace received the second type certificate from DGCA for medium category drones. I repeat, recently DGCA granted the second type certificate to a drone of Garuda Aerospace. Right, the certification showcases that Garuda's aerospace dedication to pioneering advancement in UAV technology, and this DGTA type certification is issued under the provision of Rule 8 and Rule 9 of the Drone Rules 2021. The certificate is valid until it is revoked or suspended. Right, so type 2 certification or second type certification was awarded to the medium category drones. It was awarded to the drones of Garuda Aerospace. It was awarded by DGCA, that is your Directorate General of Civil Aviation. If we talk about Garuda Aerospace, who is the founder and chief executive officer? Agnishwar Jayaprakash, and it was established in 2015. Next is sports. Indian shooter Anish Bhanwala has won bronze medal at ISSF World Cup Finals 2023. So here you can see Indian shooter Anish Bhanwala, who is 21 years of age, has won bronze medal in International Shooting Sport Federation World Cup Final. This is also the only medal India won during this ISSF 2023. It was the first medal for India in the men's 25-meter rapid fire pistol event in this World Cup final history, and this event was held in the Doha, Qatar from 21st to 26th of November. Right? And Florian Peter of Germany secured the first position, where Indian shooter Anish Bhanwala won the bronze medal. Next is obituary. Nobel Peace Prize winner Henry Kissinger recently passed away at the age of 100. Here you can see Nobel Peace Prize winner American diplomat Henry Kissinger recently passed away. Right? He was born in Germany in 1923. Right? Then he moved to USA and he was honored with Nobel Peace Prize in 1973. Right? And he was also honored with the US highest civilian honor, that is the Presidential Medal of Freedom, in 1977. Correct? Next is, here you can see he received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1973 and he was honored with the US highest civilian honor, that is the Presidential Medal of Freedom, in 1977. Next is books and authors. Recently, Uttarakhand's Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami released a new book, that is Resilient India. Right, I repeat, Uttarakhand's Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami released a new book that was titled Resilient India. Correct? So Pushkar Singh Dhami, Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, this is the name of the book that was released by him, Resilient India, How Modi Transformed India's Disaster Management Paradigm. Right? This was launched at the 6th World Congress on Disaster Management in Dehradun, Uttarakhand. The book is edited and compiled by Blue Craft Digital Foundation and Modi Story. The book is published by Ruba Publications India, and the book highlights about Prime Minister Narendra Modi's effort in transforming India's disaster management approach. Right? Next is Mohan Kumar's book, that is India's Movement, Changing Power Equations Around the World. This was launched by Indian High Court. Right? I repeat, name of the book is India's Movement, Changing Power Equations Around the World. Right? And this book was authored by whom? Dr. Mohan Kumar. He is one of the leading experts on foreign trade. This book will be published by HarperCollins Publishers India. And this book was released by whom? This was released by Vikram K. Doraiswamy, who is the High Commissioner of India in London, UK. The book highlights about the fundamental factors and traces about how India's position in international negotiations have evolved over time. Mohan Kumar, he's an IFS officer of 1981 batch and is the Dean of Strategic and International Initiatives of OP Jindal University. Right? Next is important is Day of Remembrance for all victims of chemical warfare 2023 observed on 30th of November, and it is to pay tribute to the victims who lost their lives or have suffered from a chemical warfare. The day also reaffirms the commitment of the organization for the prohibition of chemical weapons to eliminate the chemical weapons threat and promote the global goals of peace, security and multilateralism. Right, so this day is observed on 30th of November. So friends, these were your important current affairs for the day. Now let's go for a quick one-liner revision. We saw the cabinet approvals, right? You can directly read it. Then urban employment rate dropped to 6.6% according to the 20th quarterly periodic labor force survey released by NSSO. Then Government of India has launched the auction of 20 critical minerals worth 45,000 crore rupees. Then UNAIDS World AIDS Day report was released and end to AIDS is possible by 2030 according to this. Then LIC Jeevan Utsav, that is a new life insurance plan launched by LIC with lifetime guarantee returns. Then OECD projected India's GDP growth at 3.6% in fiscal year 24. ISRO scientist VR Lalithambika was honored with the Francis Chevalier Award. Then that is the highest civilian award of France. Then CCI approves Atlas 2022 holding stake increase in Vodafone Group PLC. SBI Mutual Fund got the RBI approval to buy 9.99% stake in Karur Vasai Bank. Garuda Aerospace received the second type certificate from DGCA for medium category drones. Indian shooter Anish Bhanwala has won bronze medal ISSF World Cup Final 2023. Nobel Peace Prize winner Henry Kissinger recently passed away at the age of 100. Uttarakhand's Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami released a new book that was titled Resilient India. Then Mohan Kumar's book, that is India's Movement Changing Power Equations Around the World, launched by Indian High Court. Day of Remembrance for all victims of chemical warfare was observed on 30th of November. So these are your important current affairs for the day, friends. Now let's move to some revision part that will be beneficial for your learning. First is, which edition of Vajra Prahar exercise was held recently in Meghalaya? Vajra Prahar. Vajra Prahar, remember this is the 14th edition of the exercise that was held recently. Correct? And this is an exercise that was held between India and United States of America. The next question becomes important is the location where this exercise was held. It was held in Umroi, Meghalaya. It was held in Umroi, Meghalaya, right? And this was a 3-week long exercise. So we can say it was a 21-day long exercise that was held here in Umroi, Meghalaya. Correct? And here Indian Army took part in this particular exercise. Correct? Here you can see Vajra Prahar 14th edition. The next thing, remember, this was held in 2 phases. First is the combat training and tactical level special mission training exercise, and second phase was the validation of training received by the joint forces in phase 1 through a 48-hour exercise. Correct? Then this was the 14th edition, right? Where was the 13th edition of this exercise held? The 13th edition of exercise was held in Baklo, that is in Himachal Pradesh, right? And the first ever edition of this exercise was held in 2010. Then tell me, recently ICICI Bank, they tied up which IIT in order to foster startup innovation? It is IIT Kanpur, that is in UP, correct? So IIT Kanpur, or we can say ICICI Bank, they tied up with IIT Kanpur in order to foster startup innovation, right? Then Mukhyamantri Ladli Behna Awas Yojana. Mukhyamantri Ladli Behna Awas Yojana, this was launched by which state government? It was launched by Madhya Pradesh. Then Udhampur railway station, this was named after whom? So Udhampur railway station was renamed after Captain Tushar Mahajan, right? Udhampur railway station, this was renamed after Captain Tushar Mahajan. Moving on, Next, first state educational achievement survey 2023 was conducted by which organization or by whom? So remember, the first state educational achievement survey 2023 was conducted by Parak. Right? Now what is this Parak? This is also important. What is Parak? Parak stands for Performance Assessment Review and Analysis of Knowledge for Holistic Development. I repeat, Parak stands for Performance Assessment Review and Analysis of Knowledge for Holistic Development. This is Parak and it is the National Assessment Regulator. And remember, the State Educational Achievement Survey was successfully conducted on 3rd November among the students that are in grade 3rd, 6th and 9th, and it was to identify the areas where learning needs improvement. Correct? So this State Educational Achievement Survey was for 3rd, 6th and 9th class, right? And this was conducted by whom? It was conducted by Parak, right? Then next thing, remember what was the main objective of this? It was to assess the learning competencies of students at the each of educational stage, that is your 3rd, 6th and 9th, and also we can say it FPMS. We know this. What is this FPMS? This stands for foundational stage, then preparatory stage, middle stage, and last is S for secondary stage. So these are the 4 stages FPMS that you should definitely know. Correct? The main focus here was on 2 subjects, that is your language and maths, that is your mathematics. So language and mathematics. Which mission was selected by UNWTO's global list of case studies? Tell me. It is your Kerala RT mission, or we can say Responsible Tourism Mission of Kerala, that is RT stands for Responsible Tourism. So Responsible Tourism Mission of Kerala was selected for the global list of case studies of UNWTO. Correct? Mark this first of all. And why was this? It was to promote eco-friendly tourism. It was to promote eco-friendly tourism. I repeat, which mission? It was your Responsible Tourism Mission of Kerala was selected for UNWTO's global list of case studies, and it was to promote eco-friendly tourism. Correct? Then apart from Kerala's RT mission, Maharashtra's Tadoba Andheri Tiger Reserve project is the only Indian case study to be featured in this UNWTO list. That is Maharashtra's Tadoba Andheri Tiger Reserve, right? Tadoba Andheri Tiger Reserve project is the only other Indian case study that will be featured on this UNWTO case list, right? So here you can see Responsible Tourism Mission of Kerala was selected for the global list of case studies of UNWTO, and UNWTO's recognition will further inspire Kerala's RT mission to promote eco-friendly tourism. And apart from Kerala's RT mission, Maharashtra's Tadoba Andheri Tiger Reserve project is the only other Indian case study to be featured in this UNWTO list. If we talk about this Kerala Responsible Tourism, this was launched on 20th of October in 2017 by Pinarayi Vijayan, who is the Chief Minister of Kerala. Right? Next. Then tell me, where is the headquarter of UNWTO? It is in Spain. And in Spain too, where is it? It is in Madrid, Spain. Right? Madrid, Spain. Then next, tell me, recently UP government, they have tied up with which organization in order to set up a integrated e-bus plant? E-bus plant. So UP government, they tied up with Ashok Leland. They tied up with Ashok Leland in order to set up a integrated electric bus plant, right? Then Skills on Wheels, we have discussed this multiple times. Skills on Wheels, this was launched by whom? This was launched by Dharmendra Pradhan along with Om Birla sir. Next is your homework section. First, which institution released the Faster 2.0 portal? Next, which city is the host of the World Climate Action Summit 2023? Third, which organization manufactures the light combat aircraft for the Indian Air Force? So these are your 3 homework questions, friends, and I want to see maximum participation from all the students watching this video. And also I want all the students who watch this video to share the link of these videos with your friends, your family members, your neighbors, and let them know about the interesting platform Affairs Cloud.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairs Cloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.